Yo, what's up, guys? I'm back, and I hope you guys are doing well after last night, which obviously was the midterm elections. And it is currently November 9th, 8:33 a.m. for me. So it is the morning after the elections. And as you can see on the screen, and if you're not looking at the screen, I'll just explain it to you anyways. The races are not all complete. There's still a couple about to finish, like Wisconsin, which is at 99% reporting, and Georgia, which is at 98% reporting. And then these three over here, Nevada, Arizona, and Alaska, are for some reason pretty far behind, with Arizona being the one that is behind the most, which is at 63%. Uh, Alaska's at 75%, and Nevada's at 72%. So here's the thing, Arizona, I don't know, to me is looking a little too far gone, and Nevada and Alaska, I think, would be wins for the Republican Party. I think those will hold out. Same with Wisconsin, even though Wisconsin is pretty close and it's only 99%. So there's 1% left to be reported. We'll see what happens, but I think Ron Johnson will be able to hold, and he is winning by 1%. So I don't know if that 1% would be enough. It'd have to be all for the Democrat candidate, which is Mandela Barnes. That's looking like it's going to be a win. And in Georgia, it's at 98% reporting, where Herschel Walker is losing by like a percent, a little less than a percent. So that could actually flip for him, I guess, if things go well. But I wouldn't count on it. And the thing with Georgia is I feel like that's going to be the deciding factor of whether the Republicans are able to win the Senate or not. Because look, it is pretty close. And it's looking like it's going to be either 50-50 or 51-49 for the Republicans based off of Georgia. That's what my prediction right now is going to be. And look, wait, I'll switch over to the House races before I completely get into what I wanted to say, so you can see what's going on there. It's currently 199 to 172 with the GOP winning, and I think that'll be a little bit more of a decisive victory than the Senate. It's not gonna be easy. It's probably still gonna be pretty close, but I think they'll win the House. And the governor's races are also pretty disappointing here. It looks like it's also going to be a narrow victory at most if Republicans are able to pull off Nevada and Alaska, which Alaska is looking like it's going to be a pretty easy victory, and Nevada as well is also going pretty well. And other than that, it's Oregon and Kansas that are almost done reporting. I mean, Kansas is almost done reporting. It's looking like Laura Kelly, which is a Democrat, is going to win. Oregon, I guess, will probably go for the Democrats as well. And Arizona's the same story. It's at 63% reporting, but it is pretty close. So we'll have to see what happens there. It could really go either way. But, anyways, I wanted to get into the fact that obviously this is already not what a lot of people were expecting for the Republicans. People thought that it was going to be a red wave. That's what everybody was talking about. Huge red wave coming. But to be honest, I really wasn't feeling a red wave coming. And if you saw my Telegram, you probably saw my message about this already. And look, I'm not one of those election nerds that could, you know, bust out the freaking statistics and talk about specific counties and stuff. But just based off what I've been seeing going around in the country in general, for some reason I was kind of not expecting a red wave, and I thought we'd have a narrow victory at most, which is looking like that's what's going to happen here, as what I explained earlier with what's going on with the races. We'll probably just win 51-49 in the Senate at the very most. It could still just go 50-50. One thing that is crazy to me is the fact that people are already starting to blame Trump for this, which makes absolutely no sense. I don't get how it's Trump's fault that the GOP is basically incompetent. I mean, they've done absolutely nothing to even get people to want to vote for them, really. I mean, I didn't feel like I really wanted to vote for anybody in my area either. Like, there's nothing out there that really makes people want to go out there, especially when it comes to even the younger generation. And that's one thing that the Democrats are actually really good at, is getting young people to go out there and feel important and actually vote, because for a long time young people would honestly not really vote that much. And like now it's like more than ever young people are voting, which is because first of all, social media is all run by the left, obviously. If you go to every major social media platform now, for some reason, this is like a new thing since like 2020 that social media platforms post like themselves on their accounts, so everybody sees it, like go out there and vote, go vote, go vote. And then they get all like the celebrities that have nothing to do with politics to say go vote, go vote. And then they literally get accounts that have nothing to do with politics, such as like sports accounts. Like sports teams are literally telling people, "Yo, go vote, go vote, go vote." Like, what the hell does my favorite sports team have to do with politics? I don't understand. But that's first of all one of their tactics to, I guess, get people aware of the midterm elections and telling them to go vote in the midterm elections. Which obviously these social media platforms are mostly younger people, so that'll be a boost for the Democrat vote. It's like, let's be honest, I feel like a lot of people my age that I know, they'd have no idea when the midterms were if it wasn't for the social media sites just putting it in your face every day for the past few weeks. What I notice a lot about, Zoomers is the fact that they don't really care about politics until it is election time. I remember this video I saw. It's like a TikTok video. You've probably seen it too if you, I don't know, go around there because it was pretty viral. And it was like these street reporters that go out to people and they just ask them random questions. And they asked like these two girls, they're like, "Do you support Biden or Trump?" And they were like, "Oh, we love Biden, yeah, Biden, Biden." And the guy was like, "Why? Why don't you like Trump?" Oh no, I think she said something like, "Oh, I don't like Biden, but I hate Trump." And the guy was like, "Why?" And she was like, I don't know. I had a lot more reasons for it when it was trending, but now we have Biden, so it's all good." So I don't really remember. And that's basically what it's like for most of the people that are, 18 to like 23, I guess, 25, I guess. That's what Gen Z is right now, or Gen Z that's able to vote. That's mostly how they think of it. These past few years after the election, they sort of let politics just go behind in their mind and they continue being these normies. And then election time rolls around and they just see all the posts, all the activism, and they memorize these reasons of why they want to be involved, and then they forget about it again. And now with the midterms being so out there on social media and people posting about go vote, it's like this is basically treated like if it was a presidential election for them. Obviously, there's not as big of a turnout as a presidential election. Way more people are being aware of it and they're wanting to go out there and, I don't know, feel important and feel accomplished for stopping a red wave. And that's another thing, like another example of the left's sneaky tactics to, I guess, get the younger generation to go out there and vote for them. They make them feel like really accomplished for this stuff. Like I was looking at Twitter, a couple of those, verified Twitter accounts. They were like at the top of like certain searches. I forgot what I looked up, and then I think Gen Z was trending, and this was like at the top. And there's a couple accounts that are like, "Gen Z, you guys stopped the red wave. If it wasn't for Gen Z, there would be a huge red wave right now." Which, look, I guess that is true because if you take out the young vote, it'll probably be much more red. But the thing is that the same thing is true for black people and women and immigrants. If you take away those votes as well, and keep the young vote, it'll freaking be blood red almost everywhere. So it's like, yeah, what they're saying is technically true, but they're sort of just exaggerating it to make them feel like, they finally did something. They're like, "Oh, we have our seat at the table now. Oh my God. You guys better listen. We're coming." And like they make them feel like really important for, I guess, voting now. These young people out here, especially the women, they like to feel like, I don't know, there's some activists, they're fighting for something. It just makes them excited to actually go out there and vote, which is something the right doesn't have. Like, who's young and excited to go out there and vote? And look, I'm not just saying this to cry and be butthurt about the fact that young people vote mostly Democrat. That's pretty much standard. I'm just saying this because the fact is that the Democrats are doing pretty well to energize the young people to go out there and vote. And even though, obviously, I think either way there'd be more Democrat voters from the youth than Republican, it's not like the Republicans are really doing anything to energize the young people to vote for them. Because, look, as someone who is a Zoomer, like, I know that there are a decent amount of right wingers out there, but I just feel like a lot of them don't feel motivated to go out there and vote for some guy that they don't really care about. And it's not like the Republicans are actually even trying to reach out to them, really, anyways. So whose fault is that? That's not Trump's fault. That's the GOP. Like, they don't really do anything for like some Zomer normie Republican guy to just really want to go out there and vote in the midterms, or even in general. So first of all, that can't be blamed on Trump because that's one of the reasons why you're seeing what you're seeing right now. And then the other obvious one is immigration, which has been a huge problem. And obviously, I know Trump went into office and he could have probably done a little bit more for immigration. And he kind of promised a bit more too. But it's like he really did what he could at the time. And the thing is, it's like, for example, people always like to ask, when is it gonna be too late? When is immigration gonna be an irreversible problem? The thing is that the answer to that is it already was late decades ago. So Trump already came in trying to salvage something out of what should have been done like, I don't know, 30, 40 years ago at the very least. So that, again, that's not something that you can blame Trump on. I mean, that's something that should have been dealt with a long time ago. And Trump came in trying to do his best to make something happen there, which, look, maybe if he gets in 2024, he could even do a little bit more. And I know Trump isn't fully anti-immigration. He mostly focuses on illegal immigration, but something is better than nothing. And he's not the only one who could really do something about it. What did all the Republican politicians do for decades before Trump? They just allowed it to happen, really. I mean, who tried to stop immigration? Nobody. And obviously, immigration just floods the nation with a bunch of foreign people who vote for the Democrats. And that's just one problem out of immigration. Obviously, immigration causes a lot of other problems, which I've talked about in the past, and you guys probably already know at this point if you're watching me. But I'm speaking here specifically about how it affects the elections. How can you blame Trump on that? If he was in there for 4 years, and there's politicians that are in here for decades in office and they just haven't even done anything any of the times that we had control. So that's one dumb thing. The people just trying to dump Trump over this. And it's funny because that probably would have happened anyway. I mean, they're already trying to prop up Ron DeSantis as, the more electable version of Trump, which is just pure bullshit. And I can make a whole video about that on its own. So I'm not going to go deeply into that. And I mean, look, if you want to learn more about that, I guess you watch John Doyle's, I think, probably recent video. I don't know. It was his recent video at the time when I watched it, but he made a video recently about the whole thing. And he even said also that if the Republicans won pretty easily, they would try to dump Trump anyways. I mean, they would say, well, we don't really need Trump anymore, though they were able to win the midterms pretty easily, so they need to put up somebody else like Ron DeSantis. And now, since the Republicans aren't doing so well, they're trying to somehow end up blaming that on Trump as well. Alright, so that's basically my reactions to all this. I mean, look, I gave you guys my predictions and, like, I guess the basic rundown of what's going on right now and my thoughts in general. And also, this is on the spot just the morning after, so I could probably update you guys more as more things start getting confirmed with these races going on here. Let me actually refresh really quick, see if anything else happened. I mean, I don't know what's taking so long. It's been a long time, and some of these are pretty close to being done reporting. It would already be good to have the confirmation on Wisconsin and Georgia. Based off that, it's going to be pretty much, I guess, decided from there. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy hearing my thoughts on all of this. I will try to update you guys somehow, whether it's through a video or even just on Telegram and stuff like that. Just in case there's anything else I forgot to mention here, because like I said, it's early, it's on the spot. It's not scripted at all, so I don't know, maybe I forgot something else to mention. So I hope you guys enjoyed, like I said, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, like the video if you enjoyed, and check my description to follow me on all my social media sites. Get in my Telegram and my Discord if you want updates on the channel when I upload or when I go live. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.